This is the quote. As everyone gains more powerful tools, each person will become more capable of shaping the future, not less. Well, that was the Meta CEO Mark Zuckerberg's outlook in a recent open letter titled The Path to a Positive AI Future. But now, fresh revelations on those comments, they have an entirely different and darker meaning.
Yeah, a new report is warning of potentially dangerous consequences for allowing unrestricted AI tools to fall into the wrong hands. Research group Crimson Flare detailing in their latest public release how some popular AI models can be easily manipulated to bypass safety restrictions, allowing bad actors to learn how to make things like bombs, bioweapons, and more. And all of it coming as the AI race charges straight ahead while global conflict and international terrorism pushes domestic security concerns to a tipping point. So Paul Powers is the cybersecurity expert and CEO of FISNA Physical AI Plus, and Jack Jupin is FBI Supervisory Special Agent. Good to have you. Oh, this is pretty scary. I'm going to start with you, Jack. How easy is it for these people to bypass the safety measures here? According to this report, seems it can be done.
Yeah, it can be done. And thank you for having me today to talk about this, because it is an important issue. Like, as history has shown us, it's not the first time there's training out there for people to make bombs, bioweapons, cyber attacks, so on and so forth. In the past, it used to be you can buy a book on how to make a bomb, right? Now it's all digitalized, and you can find this information, AI. That being said, the FBI and the intelligence community, we also pivot, and we also, shape our investigative techniques in a different way now to try and track these people. And remember, once you put something in the AI, though, you're also leaving a footprint that we can eventually track down. And again, we use a lot of old-fashioned investigative techniques and what we would call old-fashioned police reporting. We deal with a lot of informants, we deal with a lot of assets, a lot of other individuals. Usually people are not doing this alone. They're acting with others, and once they act with others, it opens the door for us to penetrate these different types of groups. But is it a threat? Yes, it is.
Paul, I've seen so many articles about how these models are able to advance their own learning. At a certain point, they get to the point where they don't need the human interaction. They can just keep on growing on their own. So how do we keep that contained? Is there a way to do it? Because it does seem like the brakes are hard to put on and then to control.
Well, you're correct. Good question. I'm sorry.
Paul?
Go ahead, Paul.
I didn't know if it was towards me or towards him. Thanks. So the biggest concern, as he mentioned, is that you have these models that can now be downloaded and manipulated independently of the online version of it, right? So they can be downloaded, modified, stripped, and all their safeguards and run online. And then once these powerful open models are released, you can't realistically recall these models. Now, the solution isn't to overregulate, because at the same time we are in an AI race against China, and we need the good actors to have the most powerful AI in the world. And the way to fix this is through AI and not trying to ban it. But there are things that we can do, like test the most capable models that come out for things like biological, chemical, and terrorist misuse, making sure that they're very, very hard to bypass those guidelines. Use modern technology to identify, as he pointed out before, are there cases of people, trying to access certain information that no one in their right mind should be going after? And are there cases of it's not just a concern about people building bombs? There's also concern around people manipulating others' data. It used to be just the threat of people stealing your information, and now we have to worry about designs being modified. So you can identify that through AI as well.
At the same time, you have security concerns, because that's personal, private information. How can the authorities spy on someone to see if they're putting these searches in? Jack, sorry.
Oh, I'm sorry. You're correct. Again, it's always a challenge. I've been on this show many a time, and I've always said, our biggest fear from the law enforcement point of view is the lone wolf, the person in their mom's basement trying to create this type of thing. And as your other guest had just mentioned, once the information is put out there, people do try and manipulate it, and it cannot be recalled at that point. Correct. That's the exact point I would absolutely make. And that is a challenge for law enforcement. It absolutely is. And unfortunately, I've had to work these cases in my past, and they are a challenge. But you know what? Persistence pays off. There's a lot of other warning signs that people are doing. They have to buy certain materials. They have to, accumulate certain things that we will pick up on. And without divulging our techniques, we are well aware of what people are buying in certain types of stores, because certain materials need to still be made.
Okay, Jack Jupin, Paul Powers, thank you both for your time.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys.